Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Libra, this is going to be your waning moon reading from the 13th of June through the 20th. Now this week is a major week because we do have Mercury in Cancer going retrograde, which is going to cause a little bit of, a little shakeup. Excuse me. And then we also have on the 21st, we've got the new moon in Cancer, and we've got the solar eclipse. So some really powerful energies. But this reading is really coming on the tails of the full moon in Sag and the last lunar eclipse, which was also quite intense. And I'm sure you guys are still kind of reeling from that. So this week is a time to pull back, sort of wrap up any loose ends, get stuff done that you didn't think, or get stuff done that, that really needs to really clear the way for you to sort of pull back this week, do some healing, take some time out on your own, and really try to figure out what you want to manifest with this new moon that's coming up. Now, remember, we are going to be in retrograde, so, manifesting, making things happen isn't going to necessarily be your focus, but really just starting to get the wheels turning on that. All right, Libra, so let's go ahead and see what messages we have for you. I'm going to call in spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, spirit guides, and ascended masters to give us the messages for Libra that we need to hear from June 13th through the 20th. Messages for Libra from June 13th through the 20th. Okay. Hoop. Whoa, Libra, what have you gotten yourselves into? What have you gotten yourselves into? Good. Good. You're given the tools that you need to get out of whatever this is. Yes. Okay. Very, very happy. Love this reading because there's a lot of intensity, which I know, my Libras, you probably won't like, but you also have these two aces, top and bottom. So this is a brand new beginning. You're getting out of something that looks to me that was pretty nasty, whether it was a relationship or it was a behavior pattern or a way of thinking or talking to yourself or dealing with somebody who wasn't treating you nicely at all. That's what I'm getting. A lot of you are moving out of some sort of really negative relationship. Look what's at the bottom. Two of Cups. Soulmate energy, union, balance. I see the Lovers card under here though. It's really far under there, but for some of you guys, this is about soulmate or twin flame union. I'm going to link a video that I did. It's like a bonus video for June 12th that sort of covers what's going on with a lot of people in union at this moment. So the Two of Cups energy, this could definitely be a love relationship. Some of you, you'll know right away if it's soulmate or twin flame energy. For others of you, this is balancing, the masculine and the feminine within, and it's also finding that equilibrium, that balance between you and your higher self, okay, in order to really capture, the wisdom, your innate wisdom, okay, and then also receive messages that you need to from, the higher realms. So beautiful. But for a lot of you, this is just straight up about love. So basically, you guys are showing up as the Sagittarius energy of the Temperance, or the Temperance card, which is Sagittarius energy in reverse. So this is telling me that there's a lot of healing that needs to take place. Some of you might be empaths, you might be earth angels, and you're having a really hard time finding a balance because of what's going on in your surroundings and because of what's blocking you. Now, you might be involved in a karmic relationship, one that is abusive, whether it's verbally or physically is what I'm really picking up on, because the King of Swords in reverse, I really don't like that energy. For those of you who aren't in a relationship, it could be a past relationship that you still have to sort of heal and clear. And with Mercury going into retrograde this week, there might be something that triggers you here that that makes it very clear, like abundantly clear, that you have to deal with this energy. And so for those of you who are working with crystals, it's really important. You can use Apache tears, or you can use obsidian. any of those sort of stones that are going to absorb any grief and just sort of pull it away from you. Especially, you know, it can be if you are currently dealing with that energy or if it's a past energy. The Temperance card in reverse is also telling me, you know, it could be about with this devil energy. For some of you, it could be overindulgence. So it could be a habit that you've picked up, whether that's drugs or alcohol. Doesn't necessarily have to be, though. It could be anything. You know, it could be any bad habit that's pulling you out of balance, any sort of low frequency behavior or relationship. Okay, and the need to sort of find that balance. In your surroundings, you have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is about injustice. He's somebody who's narcissistic, he's violent, he's abusive, he's, you know, he rages, he reacts. Now, it doesn't have to be a male energy, but it is a masculine. So we all have masculine and feminine energies. For some of us, it might be the way that we are being triggered into reacting. Okay, so there's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on within our communities, and then internally as well, with pandemic, with injustice, with lack of resources, you name it. So if you find that this could be your energy, it's really all about finding that balance. And it's about doing that shadow work. But for a lot of you out there, Libras, I'm picking up on this is somebody else's energy. Capricorn energy is blocking you. Okay, it could be a relationship that you just keep going back to that's only physical. You know, and there might be a very sort of intimate sexual component to this relationship, but not much else that's healthy. Okay, so that's definitely a thing. For some of you, again, you might have been caught up in, you know, indulgences that have turned into addictions or habits that are no longer good for you. The Ace of Cups is at the bottom of your reading. This is about what's affecting you subconsciously. This is a brand new beginning and the need for unconditional love. This is a huge blessing. Spirit is also telling me some of you might be working with Archangel Michael. That's what I'm picking up on here. Something that you missed in the past, a new beginning, is probably coming back around to you because you deserve it. But you're also getting this sword so that you can cut the ties that bind and that you can also fight off this King of Swords energy. This is the tool that you're being given to move away from this King of Swords and that devil energy that's holding you back and keeping you out of balance or in a negative space. So this is like a pretty intense reading. There's a reason for this, though, because I think for a lot of you coming into union, look at that, you get the Queen of Swords in reverse. So you have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords in reverse. Oftentimes for me, they represent exes, but you do get a divine partnership here. Okay, so for a lot of you, you know, you might have felt like you missed an opportunity with this Fool card in reverse. You didn't decide to take the plunge. You didn't take a risk in moving towards, your other half. For some of you, you might be working on calling in your twin flame and your soulmate, and right now with both of those energies upside down, it's talking about your separation, but this is destiny and it can't be ignored, right? So this sort of King of Swords has sort of a new meaning and can take on a different meaning here with the Queen of Swords showing up in the reverse, because in between them, we've got this Two of Cups energy. So it could be that you guys were meant to be together. Now, I'm not saying you're meant to be together with this person if you're in an abusive relationship, okay? If this is a past relationship, then that's where it needs to stay. Okay, even if it's in the present situation, if there's mental or physical abuse, doesn't matter if you think that they're your twin flame or not. It's a no-go. What you deserve is love and an equal exchange of time, energy, love, and money, gifts, and you should want to do better. It's so interesting. I was just reading about the difference between twin flames and false twin flames. And I'm going to see if I can pull it up for you guys. Hold on one second. I was just looking at that. Oops. Hold on. Yeah, so basically, sorry guys, I'm reading from my laptop right now. I can put the link down below for you. This is not exactly what I was reading, but it's like finally you've met someone who is everything you've dreamed of. They share the same goals, values, and interests as you. They shower you with love. They build up your self-esteem. They even like the same spiritual activities as you. But then suddenly everything starts to change. The person you thought was your twin flame disappears, and a nefarious version of them replaces the good. Is your soulmate buried under there somewhere, or are you captivated by a false twin flame? The truth is, narcissists are expert manipulators, chameleons really. They exploit your longing for a soulmate to destroy your life with emotional abuse for their gain. All right, so here are 13 signals. All right. All right, so you're living in a toxic deja vu. You feel like you're working overtime to pull out their emotional side, so they're not really sharing their true emotions with you. They keep you at an arm's length, at a distance. You're making excuses for their crappy behavior. They're seeing other people. What they say and do are totally different things. They sound like a completely different person around other people. And they bring out the worst in you. You're constantly trying to live up to their unrealistic expectations. And the relationship has consumed all of your energy. And you're giving up parts of your identity to match theirs. And you've completely abandoned your boundaries. Wow. Yeah, so there's a reason Spirit asked me to read that to you guys. I will link that little website or that web page down below, but if you just do a Google search on false twin flames, that's what I'm picking up here for some of you. And I think, that's why we're seeing this temperance in reverse, that something that I read, for those of you listening, may have triggered you. It does not have to be a current situation. It could be a past situation. And Spirit also wants you to really acknowledge if this is something that you're stepping into. Are you starting to see these signs? Okay, because what's subconsciously affecting this situation is the need for self-love, the need for you to set boundaries, the need for you to cut ties with this person or cut energetic cords, right? Which there are meditations out there that you can do that. The Fool card in reverse, that's telling me that, there was a risk that you didn't take. Some of you maybe thought early on when you started to see these signs that, that maybe, but this is my twin or this is my soulmate, they're under there somewhere, so I don't want to leave them. And you chose to stay instead of walking away and trusting your intuition. All right, but Spirit's saying here with the Destiny card, the Wheel of Fortune, that, this was a lesson that you needed to learn. And you don't want to get stuck on that, and you don't want to beat yourself up any further about this, but you needed to learn this lesson. Okay, but things are changing, and they're changing for good. Wow, Libra. You know what? I mean, so many of us have been there. So if you are experiencing this, please get help. Also know that that you're not alone, okay? And that's, Spirit, your angels, your ancestors, your loved ones who have passed, everybody's nudging you here to move away from this energy, to heal and clear it. Because, with these two aces, Spirit's setting you up for a brand new beginning that is really amazing, where everything's going to go in your favor. This is going to be, a thing of the past, something that you don't even remember. Okay, but it is important to heal it and clear it, and that might be the purpose of this Mercury in retrograde coming up, or Mercury retrograding in Cancer coming up. All right, you guys get contemplation. All right, and you get purity. Purity is telling me that Spirit wants you to know for not 1 second is any of this your fault. Okay, that yes, maybe you had certain coping mechanisms. We all make decisions, but that there's no need for you to step into the blame game, that you did everything that you could here. Okay. Now, the first card that's coming out, Contemplation, is about reflection, understanding, and life lessons. Exactly what I was just saying. And this is about St. John's wort. Now, before I read any further, St. John's wort treats depression. So some of you, this healing, there's considerable trauma that's linked to this situation. Now, it could be from a past life. It could also be from your childhood. So it doesn't necessarily have to be romance. All right, but St. John's wort has been used to treat melancholy and sadness for hundreds of years. In the Middle Ages, it was used as a sedative to treat disorders of the mind. The wort of St. John is often used in magical spells for health and happiness because its sunny yellow flowers add some joyful color magic. It's the herb that brings calm contemplation and a glad heart. When the priestess of contemplation appears, it represents an excellent opportunity to reflect on your life experiences and the insights you've gained from them. This was a lesson that you needed to learn, so you will not repeat it. It signifies a time of reflection, a time to glean a deeper understanding of why you are here, and this card encourages quiet moments of meditation and deep thought. All right, and then you guys get purity. All right, purity is from the reed, empathy, shielding, and kind-hearted. The Celtic reed has a thick, compact root system that thrives beautifully in deep, watery depths. Its smell is sweet when cut and was often used in medieval times to perfume houses by covering the floors with the willowy stalks. Reed is associated with the finer arts of writing and music, as the reed wood was once used to make pens and musical instruments. My Libras out there, I have never met a Libra that did not have the most amazing music collection. And remember, Libra, you guys are ruled by Venus, which is about love and money, but it's also about beauty and it's about the arts. So you guys are no stranger to recognizing beauty. But I'm getting a lot of you, if you don't already, a coping mechanism, a way to sort of get out of this situation, a way to really get in touch and to sort of start healing those feelings is either through listening, playing, writing music. Okay, spending time by yourself with your headphones on, and really sort of listening to the messages that are coming through the music for you, and journaling and writing about it. All right, so have you been told that you're too sensitive or that you need to harden up? Okay, and I really feel like that's that King of Swords energy. Either this is what you're saying to yourself, or this person would sort of gaslight you, like say like really horrible things to you and then tell you that you're being too sensitive, okay, when really it's completely unacceptable. The Purity card appears to remind you that your ability to feel deeply is a strength, not a weakness. Your pure heart operates with gentle compassion and forgiveness as the default setting, and this should be celebrated. You may pick up on the energy in a room or a public space and find yourself easily overwhelmed because your energy, you guys out there listening, you guys are empaths. And empaths, I'm really getting that empath and narcissist scenario. And some of you thought this was your twin, and it is not. All right. New beginnings. Yep, definitely. 2 aces and the new beginnings card with the Wheel of Fortune. This is a beautiful new beginning, Libra. You're going to put your worries, your fears behind you. Blessings. Yes, blessings. Blessings with 2 aces. Libra, you guys are going to be singing a completely different tune. Completely different tune. Wow. And trust. Trust in the divine, trust your intuition, trust that this is the best thing, okay, that could have happened to you. You're moving away from this energy. You've learned a massive life lesson that will not be repeated. All right. All right. So now I'm going to pull from the Mystical Shaman Oracle, just a final message for my Libras out there. From June 13th through the 20th. Messages for my Libras from June 13th through the 20th. The Sun. Look at that. Happiness 53 breaks down to an 8. 8s are about manifestation. 8s are about, the 8s are about you doing the work and you calling in this energy. This is a testament to your strength, Libra, and your resolve and your instincts for survival. Wow. All right. So number 53, the essence of this card of the Sun is, the Sun is acknowledged by many cultures as the masculine force. In other traditions, it's seen as the feminine in her full power. Either way, it's the most brilliant light for all beings and allows life to sprout from dark feminine earth. It can be gentle and warming, close to sunrise or sunset, fall or winter, or it can be destructive, as in its zenith during a scorching summer. Have you been hibernating? Have you been introspective? It's time to come out of your cave and savor the life-giving light of our star. The sun rekindles your passion and your creative energy. We see that creative energy with that purity, and then also your passion for this new situation, because once you guys do healing from whatever sort of nasty situation this was, or trauma or disappointment, you're calling in this Two of Cups energy, this balance. And for some of you, this is actually your true soulmate. Life is calling you to shine your light and to add your lightness and humor to the seriousness around you. Go out and play. Yeah. Wow. Libra, beautiful energy. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. But most of all, I want to thank you for all your love and support. And I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.